This is my poor attempt at entertainment in a bland conference room. The Stiller Project, episode 4. You start with the unhappy face, made some progress with the frown face there, and then boom, boom, flying a 7-iron 160 yards in the air. That gives me a smiley face. So obviously you can tell my artwork is about as good as my golf game has started out being.
I like the little flag.
Oh yeah, and the flag on the green. Goal. I know you can't see it under the massive amounts of snow we've had in Northeast Indiana, but there's greens and flags out there somewhere. We'll see them soon. Stiller Project, episode 4. This is a multimedia campaign, obviously, as we've been working on this. Scott Pieri here, I am Stiller. And we've got the blogs up. So we've got a written version of how we thought this lesson went. And big thanks to Eric Touche, Golf, etc. And now here's the video to go along with the blogs for episode 4. And this is essentially, Scott, my swing on the iPad and the software we got.
Yeah, we're going to break down Stiller's swing here in just a second. I didn't read your blog. How did it go for you?
You're going to have to go to the Fan Fort Wayne to find out, man.
I guess now I'm going to have to because I'm curious. But yeah, I'd love to break your swing down if you'd like to talk about that real quick. I just want to let everybody know that when we started, we were at Golf, etc. With Eric Touche. He did the fitting already. This is the instruction part of it. And you've got a good golf swing, man.
That's what I like to hear.
You've got a good golf swing.
Like so needs some work, but that's why we're doing this.
Stiller tends to hit the ball to the right a little bit, tends to slice it a little, especially as the club gets longer. We start getting into the driver, right? Mm-hmm. We had a 7-iron straight and we hit driver, okay? Yep. And so I'm going to break down his swing for you. Kind of a baseball guy, which is, we talked about that during the lesson. That tends to produce a little bit more of a steeper swing, because baseball players tend to stand upright because they're used to hitting the ball coming in level. So baseball players tend to stand too upright, then they make the swing kind of an up and down. And you'll see on his video that's what was happening. So let's break it down.
All right, let's do it. Yep. Stiller Project.
This is a motion software that I work with called V1 software, and it just gives us a chance to really see what's going on in Stiller's golf swing. And you'll see that I've got a line drawn on the screen, and I'll show you how I do that after I get him into the after. This is the before swing, so let me get him right to where he's, Setup was good. I like the setup. We didn't really have too many posture issues. We may address a couple things down the road, but not too much. The line that I'm drawing is through the golf club, and this is his swing plane. This is where we sort of determine how on plane or off plane we are, okay? So we'll just go ahead and get it to where, now Stiller is sort of a classic slicer, which, I apologize because the lighting in there is a little low, so I don't get the good stop action, but you can see that the club head's over here, so he's kind of under the plane going back, which is real normal. We'll go under the plane and then kind of get back over, and you'll see that. Good golf swing though. He gets to the top, he's got the club in real good position. Now watch his hands right here. Can you guys see that?
That was the first thing I noticed.
Can you see that? Look how your hands kind of come forward. They kind of go more towards the ball, and then you'll see that your shaft will come in above the plane. So you can see at impact, his shaft angle is much more upright than where we started. That's a good sign that we're a little steep, right? That's kind of a steep angle. And then you'll see when he fires out the other side, I'm going to draw a line through that club. That's about where your club's at. We'd like to see that coming out on the plane.
Like so more parallel, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So as he goes back, he gets it inside, kind of loops it out over, gets the club kind of steep, comes down, hits it, and then goes steep to the other side. So that's the before. But overall, and I'm just going to take that off, if I back you up, and we just take a slow-mo look at your swing from start to finish, that's a good athletic golf swing. But you can see the steepness now since we talked about it. So I'm going to back out of here. That's the before, okay? So what we did was we worked on grip because we had a little bit of a grip issue. I don't have that taped, but we had a little bit of a grip issue.
I blogged about that, fanfortwayne.com. It's a very common sense approach to the grip.
Yeah.
I liked it. And as I kind of mentioned in the blog, there's a lot of people that give grip advice, especially guys like me who are just, new to the game for all intents and purposes. Yeah. And everybo's got their advice, but I've never felt one that's actually been comfortable.
Right.
You kind of fit it to my natural stance.
Well, I'll give 30 seconds on that. 30 seconds on that is everybody, a lot of teachers will say, look, the V's that your hands make should point a certain direction. But if you stand there and let your arms hang, some people, their arms hang more straight like me. Your arm hangs more in. So it doesn't make any sense for us to grip it the same way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we got to get your hand a little more on top because that's how you naturally hang. So that's why it was comfortable.
Yeah.
Because we went natural. We go natural left hand and then we build the grip.
Yep.
Okay. Just again, common sense. I hope. Now let me find you again here. You're right there. Here's the after, and let me draw the line on here. I'll show you how cool this is, you guys. I'm just gonna take you for. Oh, real quick, hang on, let's do this. This is, you'll see on the screen, I've got 3 balls 2 feet apart, okay? Obviously, since I'm drawing a line from the swing, and that's not the perfect line, but you get the gist of it, that's supposed to go up the club. But since we're drawing a line to the club head, the target line where those 3 balls, that's where we work off a swing plane. That's why we do 3 balls in a row off that line.
Yep.
He's got a T in the end of the club. You may not have it here, but the whole idea is as we take the club back, we want to point that T as much to the target line as we can. Okay, that means that we're on plane because we go back and the T goes to that. That means that we're right up that line, right? And then obviously we go to the other side. That's what the front ball is for. We swing through to the front ball, point the T again, and the shaft should fire more on point. Okay.
Yep. And you had me going 3 to 9, 3 to 9.
3 to 9.
Yep.
Three, if you're standing on the clock, 6 is at the bottom, 9 is over here to your right,
Yep.
3 is to your left. We're going to go 9
Yep.
to try to hit that ball and then swing through and go 3 to the other side. So let me take that off, and I'm going to get you to where we're hitting a golf ball. I'm going to show you how improved this is. So this is 45 minutes from where we started.
Okay.
Okay, so this is us spending that much time together. So as we go back, you'll still see that you got the club coming a little underneath, but watch how much better. Look at that. Can you see that the shaft is on that plane line now? That's a much better backswing. There's much less chance for us to get steep from there. Now your hands, I'm sure, will still want to kind of come forward a little bit, but as we come in, you'll see that the shaft is getting closer to right there, closer to the target line. Boom, that's pretty good. Now here's the best part of this though. Watch this. As you fire out, there's the shaft right there. Look at that. Look how much better that is.
Yeah.
Just in 45 minutes, just understanding that's where we want to put the golf club.
Yeah.
And that shot right there went 166 yards. The first shot we hit went 136 yards.
Yeah.
Just
with
to
the
show
7 iron.
with the 7 iron. So that just shows that when you get the club on plane, that's what happens. Now the other thing that happens too is the club face. Before, as you were coming down steep, the club face would get a little open. The ball would spin this way. We'd slice it. There, we were also trying to really fire the face much more high and left, so the ball goes up the face and goes more straight, which is what you did on that shot. And if you watch his, the golf ball will pop on the screen. It should anyway. There it is. And you'll actually see the ball fly and land. That's the simulator. And that ball, that's the target line we're trying to hit it at. Look at you, right on the target.
Right, that line.
Yeah,
right
that line.
there.
Look at that. I'm just going to let it play and let you savor in this just a little bit.
I'm enjoying it.
Still
I'm not even going to lie. I mean, if we just want to sit here and watch this a few more times today, I'm good with that.
Look at that, man. You hit it right on the target. And that ball went, I think, about 161 yards in the air or 2 yards in the air and ended up going like 166. And we started at 137, 136. So that's the software we're using. That was the lesson that we did, and that's just the one of many. But you can see just in that short time how much more on that line we were getting, and how much better the ball reacted to that. So what did you think about it?
Well, that shot I like, because I'm still staring at the screen. No, it's an interesting, very interesting to me, and it's things that, quite honestly, that I'm glad we're doing this, because those are things to me. The grip is one thing. That's something I've obviously worked on in the past, but the term swing plane really doesn't cross my mind other than hearing Faldo or Nance or those guys talking about it on a tour event. So it is interesting to see that. Like you said, I know you're the expert, but there were a couple things, primarily the hands moving, that I
really
could notice,
and
it's going to be interesting moving forward for the feel. So great drill. I've actually been working on it during the week at the house.
The 3-ball.
The 3-ball drill. I suggest you try it if you're looking to kind of shore up your swing. But all in all, I felt great.
And one of the big parts of all of this is just understanding it, right? Just knowing why we're doing what we're doing. Because when you hear swing plane from Faldo, man, people don't really know or how to even incorporate that, right? I mean, if I wouldn't have drawn those lines and showed you, you probably would say, well, I know it has something to do with the swing, but I couldn't tell you what it is. So part of that is just understanding and knowledge. So, dude, that's a good job, man. Good job. Good first lesson.